Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Mas Bro dan Basis, seperti biasa orang Southeast Asian, termasuk juga orang Pakistan, India, di mana ada acara pasti telat. Janjiannya jam 6. Sekarang jam berapa? Kita lihat ke tempatnya Syekh juga. Assalamualaikum Syekh.
What's up, man? What's up, Allah?
They say 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. I think it's.
I'm thinking I'm late.
I think I'm late, and then
I'm early.
when I see
And
is
the wedding.
welcome to Southeast Asian time.
Alhamdulillah, Pakistanis, brother, the same way.
Same way, Pakistani
Same
same
way,
thing.
brother.
Masya Allah. Bagaimana?
Di sini juga ya?
Katanya mau datang ke sini kau?
Ya.
Hah?
Ya.
Mas Bro dan Basi, seperti biasa pengantin datangnya terlambat. Alhamdulillah, finally pengantinnya datang. Assalamualaikum. Apa kabar Ibu?
Baik.
Baik, alhamdulillah. Aduh, udah pada besar ya?
Hah?
Udah pada besar ya? Assalamualaikum.
Izami.
Ya Izami.
Di sini ya semuanya kayak
Ya di sini tak apa. Kita bukan orang Arab. Kita kayak Melayu aja lah, Melayu. Biasanya kalau perkawinan orang-orang Arab itu dipisahkan. Jadi pengantin lelaki hanya ketemu dengan bapaknya. Assalamualaikum, apa kabar? Sementara pengantin perempuan di masjid perempuan, di musholanya perempuan. Silahkan. Assalamualaikum Ibu, apa kabar? Aku jadi ingat kalau di Indonesia tuh kalau perkawinan tuh lelaki, pengantin laki sama pengantin perempuan direndengkan, kemudian ditutup pakai selendang seperti itu. Kalau di sini nggak akan ketemu tuh cara seperti itu, Mas Bro. Di sini masih berjauhan. Assalamualaikum, baru datang ini. Apa kabar Bapak pengantin?
Baik. So that's Teddy. This is all Amir's friend.
Cecep, nice to meet you.
From Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Well, not from Indonesia, but he's here, but originally from
Indonesia.
Indonesia, yeah. That's how we identify as much as that, right? Because we all look the same. There's no difference. That's Azma, a friend of mine for 20-some years, 30 years. Family, yeah.
Pak, apa kabar Pak? Imam di sini Pak, udah Pak. Imam nunggu dari tadi.
Ya, everybody can have a seat because we can kind of sit down in the floor. In the carpet.
الذين آمنوا وكانوا يتقون لهم البشرى في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة لا تبديل لكلمات الله ذلك هو الفوز العظيم ولا يحزنك قولهم إن العزة لله جميعا إن العزة لله جميعا هو السميع العليم.
Assalamualaikum Syekh.
I don't understand.
This is our Imam, Sheikh Haidir. His name is Haidir. Good. This is Teddy.
You're Asfa's sister.
You don't recognize her? I bet.
Huh?
I don't recognize her.
You don't recognize her?
No.
She's from West Heaven High.
Did you get out there?
No, I didn't. I moved right before it. So I'm.
But
Josh's
but
mom?
but he
Yeah.
was as far as and your sibling.
Come.
Yes.
Okay.
Come. Okay.
Oh, yes, sister. Kali ko.
It's okay. Come closer. Yeah, come closer.
Come
Don't be
close.
shy. Come closer.
Assalamualaikum, brothers and sisters. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well, right? It's a good day today, mashallah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. So we just begin by bearing witness that there is no worthy of worship except Allah, except God. And we send peace and blessings on to all the prophets and the final prophet, Muhammad, peace be upon him. Alhamdulillah, our daughter and our son are getting married today, so we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless their marriage. Ameen. Say ameen. The process of finding a spouse, finding a right man, finding the right woman is one of the greatest purposes of why God, of why Allah. Now, God and Allah means the same thing. Allah is just an Arabic word for God. So, one of the greatest purposes of life in of itself is to find someone, right? To have children that will carry on this legacy of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. And we strive to find a partner that will not only help us become a better Muslim, a better practicing Muslim, but a better person as well too. And when God talks about marriage in the Quran, when Allah speaks about marriage in the Quran, He says, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا. That one of God's signs of existence is that He made us human beings in pairs, right? A man for a woman and a woman for a man. And He placed between the relationship of a husband and wife emotions of love, harmony, compassion, mercy, all the good emotions you can think of, which they are feeling right now, mashallah, because they can't stop cheating. Alhamdulillah. So we ask Allah, inshallah, your entire life is smiling like this and more, inshallah. Ameen. So we learn from this verse something really beautiful. The foundation of a relationship, but specifically between a husband and a wife, it's a relationship of love, obviously. It's a relationship of compassion, of mutual understanding, and making the other person come closer to God. Helping one another become better people. That's what marriage is about. I'm not married myself. I can't give great advice on marriage. MashaAllah, Amirul's married. He got married here a few years ago. But it's all communication. Sometimes because my job requires me to work with married couples. How do I make up for that? I don't have any experience with marriage. So sometimes when I see old couples, and right, they still have that, I don't know if I should say romance and that communication in their marriage, I ask them, what's the secret? Right? You guys look like you just got married yesterday. You look like you're still in the honeymoon phase. How do you maintain that when you're like 75 years old? And they say things like, they give me answers like communication. To communicate with your partner, with your spouse. Understanding, right? Understanding the needs of your spouse and vice versa. Sacrifice. They say that another word for marriage is sacrifice. There are plenty of things that he may do you might not like, and vice versa. So you have to sacrifice, right? If you want to live happy. And the last example I'll give, because you guys didn't come here to listen to me talk, but one of our prophets, Ayyub, in the Old Testament, he's known as Job, Prophet Job, peace be upon him. God gifted him with a lot of blessings. And he had a beautiful wife, he had money, he had children, he was handsome himself. And then one day God decided to take all that back. And Job became very sick. And his wife actually started to clean houses for him, to support him. And he had this really rare skin disease. You could call COVID today. Imagine your husband or someone in the family got COVID. Your employee won't let you work because that fear of catching COVID. So they fired her from her job. She began to cut her hair. Back then, women could cut their hair and sell it for money. So she cut her hair. for money to support her husband. And then one day she walked in her house, and the prophet Job asked, well, how are you getting this money? You told me you're not working. So she took her veil off, and she was completely bald. So she cut all of her hair off, which is a sign of like that's a woman's beauty, her hair, like her face, but specifically her hair. She sold all of it to support her husband. So one of the greatest things about marriage is being there for one another. And that has no conditions to it. It's an unconditional relationship. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy for you. So inshallah you guys can come closer, face one another. Because you're not marrying me, you're marrying her. You have to look into her eyes. So inshallah, anyone else getting married in the future, pay attention. This is how you do it. So inshallah, look into her eyes and say, Bismillah, wassalatu, wassalamu, ala Rasul Allah. This just means in the name of God and with the peace and blessings on our Prophet. So say I, state your full name, am asking you, state her full name, for your hand in marriage, for myself, according to the Book of Allah and the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. Peace be upon him. Say Bismillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. I state your full name. Am giving you, state his full name, my hand in marriage, according to the Book of Allah and the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. Peace be upon him. And just tell her, I accept. Takbir.
Allahu
Takbir.
Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Inshallah, takbir. We say God is the greatest. But there are a lot of negative connotations to what we say, but alhamdulillah, it's just glorifying God. So alhamdulillah, that's simple, that's it. You know, couples oftentimes get really stressed out before the nikah, like what do I say, what do I do? But it's very simple. So alhamdulillah, we'll end off by making dua, inshallah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy for us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep them smiling. We ask Allah to give them all the happiness in this world and the hereafter. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless the parents, everyone that's looking for a spouse. We ask Allah to grant you spouses that will be the coolness of your eyes. We ask Allah to give them children that will be the coolness of their eyes. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us a spot in His paradise with our beloved Prophet Muhammad. Peace be upon him. Allahumma barik lana fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adhaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah. And that's it. So now you use a cultural way, exchanging and I'll stick around. So you guys can come, Sean. That's done.
Everybody become the bride and groom.
Why does everyone do that? It's like when you ask someone, you're next. Like, no, he's next. We should be like fighting over who gets
Fighting who's gonna be next, right?
Oh, there's
Doing exchange.
everyone's a YouTube blogger.
Everybody now. Congratulations, Jazakallah. Barakallah.
Very quiet.
Everybody should be happy. Everybody should be happy. Congratulations.
Salam. Salam. Salam tadi.
Yes.
Cium tangan dia. Rapat sikit.
Udah sah, sekarang udah sah, tak apa. Sekarang close, no problem.
Okey.
Oke, salin.
Ya.
Masya Allah.
Lama-lama sikit. Ya orang.
Yeah. You take pictures? Yeah. Pictures time? Okay.
Pictures?
Yes, pictures time. Whatever.
Jadi wanted to twist.
Alright.
Okay, after this, basically, there's no cultural bound. You can do whatever you want within the reason. So, like, don't be shy, anything like that. But
فإذا مس الإنسان ضر دعانا ثم إذا خولناه نعمة منا قال إنما أوتيته على علم. Okay, thank you. Now we can go into the. Oh, one more time. Smile. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I just make video though. Let's go to the front there. It's very beautiful.
Thought we were doing insane photos.
Okay, family. Please, family first, and then after that everybody.
more family.
More picture, more good, Pak.
Okay. Okay. More family.
Okay, now you want everybody?
Yeah, let's
Everybody behind there. Let's go, everybody. So we can take the. Everybody. No, together. No. They can make it. Come on, make it. Ibu sekalian semua. Ayo semua. Iya semua. Biar nanti ini. Bu, silakan Bu. Pak, nanti aku kirim, Pak. Okay, closer. Okay, guys, ready? Pak, ayo. Apa mau tunggu mereka dulu? Yang cara beres. Habis dulu lah.
Aku akan pick up masuk dalam my car.
Iya.
Pak, datang pukul 2 lah. After 2 you can come. Datang makan.
Malam aja, ntar malam aja.
Hah?
Ntar malam?
Kalau malam takut aku makanan habis.
Ntar malam tak ada orang.
Malam ini? Malam ini ada lah. Yes. Jazakallah khair.
I hope you next.
Nah, share.
What did you want next again?